All right, Shalom, Akim out there. We want to start off by giving all glory, praise, honor, dominion, and power unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Giving double honors unto our apostles and elders at Great Millstone that are ruling well out there in New York. To all the, the heads of the camps and the brothers on down that take hold to this doctrine. Salutations unto you. Much love, honor, and respect unto you brothers that's fighting this good fight of faith, holding on, showing fervent charity among yourselves. Shalom unto you. Salutations, peace and blessings to the hopeful elect and to the house of David. To the few sisters that do listen, shalom, and to those that are addicted to the ministry, shalom, man. We in some beautiful times, beautiful days. Hey, the Lord is going to endow his men with spiritual power. But it all begins with the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Like David said in the Psalm, he said, through the name of the Lord will I destroy them. Destroy his enemies, his adversaries. And it said, through the name of the Lord shall the people push down their enemies. And what is the people talking about? The elect, the 1/3. We're going to push down our enemies. So I get for the noise. We're going to push down our enemies. So without further ado, Lord's willing, this is an edifying lesson. Another after camp. Los Angeles, Ancient of Days. Brothers, back with another one. Lord's willing, you brothers are edified. With this lesson going into spiritual power. We in them times where the Lord is, he's going to make himself known. He's going to show miraculous signs. And remember, brothers, we serve a God of miracles. So without further ado, go ahead, Abadji. Take it away, Abadi.
Wisdom of Solomon 5:17.
Yeah.
You shall take to him his jealousy for complete armor.
See, the Lord is jealous. He's a jealous power. That's one of the first commandments. No other gods before our power, for he is a jealous power. The reason we in slavery because he was jealous. All right, man. We moved him to anger. He sent us to our enemies. But in his favor, his love towards us, and him being jealous over his heritage, his people, Lord's willing, we're those men, the first fruits, is the Lord going to destroy these nations. He already has the weapons of indignation that he's set these nations up to build. He's setting all the nations up in the Middle East into the Valley of Jehoshaphat, World War III. And ultimately, when even before the coming of Yahweh Shai, the Lord have given us the power of what? The tongue. We have spiritual power. We have the spirit, which is found in the scriptures. We get the spirit from the scriptures and the understanding of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. And in that same actual, the page is power. So we already have spiritual power. But the Lord is going to give it in a physical sense. We are fishers, giving the word. We stretching out the net, bringing the good in, casting out the bad. And then soon the Lord is going to change our whole molecular structure. And we're going to be a weapon used for his will. Go ahead, up.
Jealousy for complete armor.
That's complete armor. The Lord is going to use his jealousy for complete armor. Even the spirit of the Lord that's going to be on us, we're not angry enough to destroy our enemies at this time. I mean, we hate Esau, we hate the heathen, but the Lord going to put his anger on us. How much more is that going to be armor to us? We're going to be indestructible because we don't have the anger of Yahweh. Nothing's going to be able to stop us. Just like Samson, none was able to stop it. It said the spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him, and he destroyed the Philistines. Go ahead, up.
And make the creature his weapon for the revenge of his enemies.
The creature, we're creatures. Everything that's created is a creature. All right, but ultimately, we're new creatures in Yahweh Shai Mashiach. All right, and it said, if you're a new creature in Yahweh Shai Mashiach, you depart from evil. So if we depart from evil, the Lord is going to actually change us, make us judges, and we're going to execute the judgment. We're going to be a weapon in his hand. Go ahead, up.
And it says, he shall put on righteousness as a breastplate and true judgment instead of an helmet.
A righteousness as a breastplate and true judgment as a
helmet.
As a helmet. That's all that's going to be on the Lord's mind is true judgment. Just like the Lord told us to gird up our loins with the breastplate of righteousness. That's what we have. And he said put on the helmet on your head of salvation. That's what's on our mind is the salvation of the Lord. What's on the Lord's mind is true judgment. That's what he's going to come bring. He's going to judge this world in righteousness by the law. Go ahead, up.
2 Timothy 1:6. Wherefore I put thee in remembrance that thou store up the gift of Yahweh.
What is the gift of the Lord? Ultimately, it's the fear of him. That's the beginning. Then the Lord gives you one of the greatest commodities, the greatest gifts on this side is faith. But first, before you even receive that, you have to know the name of the Lord. And then he said, without faith is impossible to please him. Because a lot of dudes might know the name, but without faith, if it's not mixed with faith, it's nothing. You got to have that faith. That's a gift of the Lord. It said the fear of the Lord is his treasure. It says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of that times, but the fear of the Lord is his treasure. Go ahead, Ak.
Which is in thee by putting on of my hands. For Yahweh had not given us the spirit of fear, but of power.
No spirit of fear, but of power. Go ahead.
And of love and of a sound mind.
The love is the keeping of the commandments, doing your duty, loving Yahweh Bashim Ashah with all thy might, soul, spirit, and loving your neighbor as thyself, showing fervent charity among yourselves. That's also the love, along with the commandments and coming out to the highways and doing your videos and praying and fasting and being a sweet savor unto the Lord. And then it says, what else after the power? After his power, love, and
of a sound mind.
It means to have a whole mind, like everything is clear to you now. There's nothing in the dark. You know exactly who you are. We're Israelites. We know our power, Yahweh Bashim Shah. We know that there's power behind that. We know what he has done in the past, what he's doing now, and what he's going to do in the future. We can see that. That's why we have this video going into spiritual power. It's to come. We already have power to stand against our enemies. We have no weapons of war or nuclear program. But it said wisdom is better than weapons of war. See, we have the wisdom. This is way better than the weapons that this earth has. Because the words of the Lord is a weapon itself, sharper than any two-edged sword, cutting and dividing asunder a soul and spirit. And it even knows the intents of your mind. Go ahead, Ak.
That's it.
That was it, Khan.
This is John chapter 14, verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do.
Man, the Lord did so many great works. He walked on water. He fed thousands of people. He teleported the ship to the land. He stopped the storm. He rebuked the hell out of the storm. He cast out a legion. He brought people back from the dead. He gave the blind sight. He made the deaf to hear. He was risen from the dead himself. What else?
I wanted to land back off of that because you bro just brought out the sound mind. And you know how they say communication is key. The Lord is going to actually raise our frequencies to where we can communicate with the elements. You know what I'm saying?
And communicate through telepathy. You might be really, going case in point, Habakkuk and Daniel. Daniel was in the den of lions. And Habakkuk didn't know where the den was. But his mind was so like, I don't know where it is. But he was already willing to give the food that he had in his hand to Daniel. So the angel grabbed him up. And in a split second, in a moment of time, he was at the den. And he's like, here you go, Daniel. The Lord, have heard your cry and gave him the food. And boom, he was back in the place he was already at automatically in a moment of time. You see, that's how the Lord is going to do in these times. Like, ultimately, we're going to be in communication with Yahweh Bashim Shai. Then we're going to be in communication with the brothers. We're going to know everything is all right. That's why when we at the camp, a brother be thinking about a script. Brother already got it on deck. Telepathy already. See, we already got the power, man. But the Lord is more and more going to send it physically.
He's going to increase it.
He's going to increase it. There you go. Go ahead.
Greater works than these shall he do because I go into my Father.
Yeah, our power is in the heavens. And then our Savior, who has power, who has been given all power, the judgment, been given into his hand and the forgiveness of sins. He's at the right hand waiting. He's like, I left y'all with a comforter. I left you with power. I've endued you with power. I'm at the right hand waiting for that day that I come down and do this place in. But to my men, I give you power over scorpions and with serpents and to tread upon all the power of the enemy. So the gates of hell shall not prevail against you. Go ahead.
And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son.
How much more how powerful is the name? You ask anything in the name of the Lord, he going to give it you. That's telling you the power of the Lord. You like, Yahweh, hey, Elijah, when he rained fire down, if I be a man of the Lord, Yahweh, rain fire down on this captain and his 50, and the fire rained down. There you go. It said, then the Lord girded Elijah's He girded his loins, and the hand of the Lord was mightily on him. He beat Ahab's chariot to the city gates. Then you had Samson. The Spirit of the Lord came mightily upon him. He slayed them Philistines, man. So every time, even Asa, even though he died because he had a disease in the feet, and it tells you even in the writings that he did righteousness in the sight of the Lord, even though in his later life he went off. It even says that when he went against an army of 1,000,000 Ethiopians, he called on the name of the Lord with a smaller force, and the Lord turned to flight the armies of the aliens through the name alone. So that's how powerful the name is. That's spiritual power. That's a frequency. Like a Cyclops brother. Oh no, the dude that was screaming. Who is that from First Class?
Oh yeah, I know.
X-Men First Class. The dude on X-Men First Class, brothers. If you check it out, the dude that screamed, that was a power in itself.
Banshee.
Banshee. There you go. God.
And that's a spirit, because I was thinking about that earlier. We like the X-Men First Class. We those first fruits.
Yeah, Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 7. And in the time of their visitation, they shall shine.
Woo! In the time where the Lord makes us the hunters, when he gives us that power, when he endues us with that power because of what we have done, when he gives us just the inklings of the gifts that the elect shall receive in the kingdom, power is one of them. Rulership is another. A kingdom is another. It's different levels of how the Most High is going to constantly hook us up, so to speak. But first off, he's going to give us, he gave us this word, and soon the Lord is going to give us power. We have it in the name, and eventually we're going to get it. Our whole molecular structure is going to change into the glorious body of Yahweh Shai when we ultimately beamed up. And even before that, the Lord is going to give his men the ability to become hunters. Go ahead.
They shall shine and run to and fro like sparks amongst the stubble.
Shine. That means power. That means when you shine, and that's like brother said at the camp, like when you shine, you blinding people with your greatness. That's power, bro. Like when nobody can look on the Lord. Even when Moses told the Lord, can I see you? He had to show him his backside. And even in the bush, like it got to a point where he couldn't even look at it. Like Moses couldn't even look. He said, I can't look at the glory of the Lord. How much more when the Lord glorifies his men? You know, it said our people going to be willing in the day of our power. So how much more then we're going to be shining, and we're going to run to and fro as sparks among the stuff. Means unlimited power.
Kind of like Dragon Ball Z when they get Super Saiyan.
And they be moving so fast, only the other Super Saiyans can see them. Everybody else like, what's going on? They don't even see nothing. But they can see it like, I know exactly where they at. They just moving, like, just hopping. You know, go ahead. That was it, Khan. This is Micah 5 and 7. It says, and the remnant, which is talking about the elect, of Jacob shall be in the midst of many people. As a lion among, it says, and the remnant of Jacob shall be among the Gentiles. In the midst of many people. So we're going to be amongst the actual Gentiles, the actual heathens. Even amongst our own people that have become heathens, we're going to be in the midst of them. Because it said the remnant of Jacob. It didn't say all Jacob. It said the remnant, the elect. Those were those men. It says, shall be among the Gentiles in the midst of many people as a lion among the beasts of the forest. So the lion has a field day. The lion has mastery over those animals, right? It says, as a young lion, he really got mastery. He'll go up against a rhino, a damn elephant, an alligator. It ain't scared of anything in the jungle, man. That's why it's known as the king of the jungle. As a young lion among the flocks of sheep, who, if he go through, both tread it down and tear it in pieces, and none can deliver. Verse 9, thine hand shall be lifted up upon thine adversaries, and all thine enemies shall be cut off. Woo! They're going to be just laid waste through, dead. Just like that movie, King Arthur. Once he put his hand on that sword and his eyes glue, right when it was over, it was just dead bodies, and he had the sword. Like, what just happened? He moved so fast, everybody was dead in an instant. That's how the Lord going to endow his men with power, man. That's how David can run through tens of thousands. Even Saul had his glory, thousands. Saul slayed thousands, but David, his tens of thousands, man. How you think you can go through it? You have to be moving quick, like sparks among the stubble. Just one shot kills, hits. Everything was a kill strike. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that I will cut off thy horses, which is Esau's his military vehicles, his power, out of the midst of thee, and I will destroy thy chariots as it's going into Esau's vehicles. We're going to be able to like destroy a damn tank, the socket, jump up where there's like a damn jet and then take that shit out the sky like on a Man of Steel. Old girl, Zod's woman went up there like ting ting ting, boom, brought the damn brought the damn jet down to her level. But let me get Micah 4 and 13 and close it out. This is Micah 4 and 13. It says, arise and thresh. When you thresh something, that means you're cutting it down. A threshing instrument has many teeth. It cuts things to pieces. So the Lord he says, arise, like stand up, get up and thresh. Because we're going to know you're going to be endowed with that power. Just like when the avatar glows, he knows that he has all power, and all the past avatars' collective wisdom and knowledge flows through that avatar. No matter what age he's in, he remembers everything that he's ever learned and channels it through one conduit, man. That's going to be the same thing for the men of the Lord. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, which the horn is at the top of an animal's body. Its head starts off at the top and is going into the power. The horn iron. So our power is going to be indestructible. And it says, and I will make thy hooves is going to the feet. So from the head to the toe, our whole molecular structure is going to be changed into indestructible. We're going to be immortal. We're going to be ting, 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 bulletproof, all types of things. It says, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people. Woo! And I will consecrate their gain. So all their spoils, all the gold, all the silver, all that's going to be given unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. We're going to take the nobles and the kings chained up, and all their substance in their lands is going to be given to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. It says, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and their substance unto the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, or the Lord of the whole earth. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, we're going to give all to the Lord, because his praise is going to be in us beating the nations to pieces. And they ultimately going to have to come up, and our gates is going to be open continually, because the heathen is going to build up our kingdom. And it's only going to be the beginning. And the nations is going to know